just go and catch them. Wow.
Try Tomlin, sir. How your first match go? Well, welcome back to the Glenmuir High School. This for the ISSA Burger King under 16 semi-final. We had the under 14 semi-final earlier on, where Stets got the better of Clarendon College by 1-0. And they will meet Mannings in the final, because that game, the second semi-final in the under 14 division, was played at Landilo, also having a double header in that park, where it was a 1-1 scoreline between Raciz and Mannings. And however, Mannings coming out on top, winning 4-2 on penalties, advancing through to the under 14 final, where they will meet Stets in that epic battle. Actually, Raciz, they were leading for almost the entire game. Mannings came back in the latter stages to equalize and send the game into penalties. Second game over by Landalo will be Mannings and BB Co. That game is scheduled to get on the way next, or should I say, at 3 o'clock. We're behind time, though, right here at the Glenmuir Sports Club. What happened was that Central brought their wrong gear, so they have got their right gear now. Hopefully it is the right gear. Hopefully it can work. Not a color clash, though, because themselves and Manchester do operate in almost the same color. And the referee on hand, Dwayne Tommings, that's walking across, though. I don't see anyone making a move to change their gear. It's anyone at all. So maybe if that top is brought, maybe it's a color clash that is there. So hopefully we can get this game on the way very soon. The sun is extremely hot at Glenmuir. So I'm looking at Dwayne Tommins. Off camera, he's walking over to the ISSA representatives and having a word with him. as this is not what you'd want to see here in terms of the late start, but hopefully when the game gets on the way, it gets cracking. Give it a starting 11 for both teams. For Central, you have Devoney Robinson in goal. Maxwell Graham wearing the number 3 jersey. Donovan Osborne, 5. Devon Shaw, 6. Nathal Nelson, 7. Antoine Wright, number 8. Dylan Briscoe, number 9. You have Warren White, wears the number 10 jersey. And Kieran Beckford, 11. Jerry Lewis, 16. Haven't seen that name in a very, very long time. Davane Stone, 20. For Manchester High, the starting 11, Deontay Walker in goal, wearing the number 40 jersey. You have Troy Dan Flemings, 18, and who knows anything about track and the field would know the name Troy Dan Flemings, but starting athlete for Manchester. He's also a footballer. His father is one of the coaches on the track team. Jaquel Forbes, number 17, Alwyn Freighter, number 14, Samuel Smith, 12, Jaden Vassell, 10, Michael Reed, number 9, and Shamon Reynolds, number 7, and Jaleel McKenzie, 6, and Janelle White wears number 5 jersey, and Jaquan Esson, number 2 jersey. So those are the starting 11 for Manchester High School. Get ready for this epic battle on hand. It's still a late start in this game, and pretty unfortunate though. We get some word from the referee. So what is happening for Central? He went for some jerseys. I think maybe the jerseys he has, and I'm assuming on my part, maybe the jersey he went for is a color clash with the jersey that Manchester has. So maybe they have to borrow Glenmuir's kit. And we don't want to not leave off the sponsor, Burger King, who has been very grateful in sponsoring the 2 competitions. Big move on the part of Burger King, sponsoring the under 14, under 16 semi-finals. Not semi-finals, a competition. But I just injected semi-finals a short while ago. So I'm going to see what decision is going to be taken. So hopefully we can sort out what's happening here. We're going to get some official word very soon regarding what decision will be taken. And still they're just waiting around. They're standing around. I'm hoping that that problem would have been solved when the coach of Central went to get his jerseys, but with the sponsor's logo on them. However, that's not the case. We haven't gone anywhere, so we're going to see if we can sort out what's happening here. So we're back, and in your picture very soon you'll see Mr. Wallace, who is the principal at Fogo Road, and also the referee, Dorian Tommins. And in his hand there's a bag of Fogo Road tops. So that's Central is going to wear this afternoon, and hopefully we can start the game off in a very, very short while. We do apologize for the late start, scheduled to start at 3 p.m. But some urgency should be on the path of Central and the coaches. Well, no urgency at all. It's like a Friday afternoon stroll. Their top should be taken out already. And getting ready. And what the referee should do, Dorian Tommins, has called over the players who are juggling the football on the field. And the jerseys are out. So they'll be putting them on. So hopefully we can get this game on the way. So late start. Manchester, they'll be having their Manchester Capital 5K on Sunday at 6:30 in Manchester. finishing at Manchester High School. So they're all right. So that's preparation for their 5K. This is under 16, I may add, though. In the other under 14 affair, by the Dyla Sports Complex, it was Mannings getting the better of Rossies 4-2 on penalties. Scores were locked at 1 apiece. So they are at least maybe near to half an hour late. I'm not realizing how late they are. They're still juggling the football. That's Central. So led by referee Doyen Tommins. I said Dwayne earlier on. I don't know where I got that name Dwayne from. It's Doyen. Hopefully getting things cracking in this matchup. So Manchester in brown and gold to the left of your screen, and Central in purple top and brown shorts. I think ready to go on the field, led by Mr. Tommings. First assistant is Robinson Kishana, and Ravario Dyer is the second assistant. Fourth official, Horace Hamilton, once again. So Central not being urgent at all, after it was them who left their jerseys. Let me be frank, it was them who left their jerseys. The coach went for the set of jerseys marked Burger King, and when they did that, it was a color clash. So they had to change. If they had actually carried their right jersey first, they would have known that it would have been a color clash, and they've gone for the jerseys from before. The game would have started at least half an hour ago. And the goalkeeper realizing that his jersey, what he had on, can't wear because he's not exemplifying the sponsor's logo. This is just scrappy from Central. Now the teams are walking on the field. Hopefully we can get this game on the way next 5 minutes. They can't meet each other. Led by the captain, as Forbes of Manchester High said it's hit his head earlier on. Central's captain looks to be Stone, wearing number 20 jersey. Getting ready for the start of this ISSA Burger King on the 16th semi-final. Semi-final 2 happening in Landila Sports Complex. The Mannings and BB Cove will give you an update on that match as this game progresses. Pictures being taken. The referee asking the two officials on hand, Robinson and Dyer, to check respective goals. And now a huddle before the game. What for, I don't know, by Central. They're there a long time, and now they decided to huddle before the game starts. They're way behind time. This is one of the things that they should be taught at this age. When you're late, you can't be doing things like this. And Central to the left in the purple top, still in a huddle. Manchester on the ball. Smith will start our proceedings for Chester. Finally, the game getting all the way at 3:32. Just in possession through Vessel. Loses the play. Fogel turns it to the left to White in the number 10 jersey. Loses the handle. Here comes Chester on the right-hand side. Floated the ball inside the penalty area. Goalkeeper Robinson monitoring and watching the proceedings or the happenings of what Manchester has to offer. Put on the right. Controlling the right boot. Well floated. Wider left to Lewis. Inside the penalty area, Central on the attack. Laying all the possession. A shot which is blocked. That left-footed drive by Beckford. Broken up by the defense. Once more trying to go forward. It looks to be Graham. And a shot again off the left boot of White. It's blocked once again. Throw taken. Central back in possession. Almost taken away. This is almost Flemings. And if you know the name Flemings, which I said before, more known for his track and field prowess. The captain launching upfield. Here comes Manchester. Trying to counter well. The ball put on the left hand side, deflected. Finding the striker Smith. Smith with a shot over the crossbar. It's a goal kick for Central. Oh, action end to end in the first 2 minutes of action. Goal kick taken. Shot it was. To Shaw. Wearing number 6 jersey for Central. They can come away with it broken up by Flemings. Oh, it's stolen. Trying to go forward. Number 14. The captain. It's Smith puts a play on the right. Wanting it back though. He gets it back now. Smith puts it forward. Brilliant ball by Smith. Goes by one sweetly. Now the ball put on the left-hand side, but goalkeeper for Central, Robinson, monitoring his penalty area with elite preciseness on this glorious Friday afternoon. Briscoe for Central in purple top. Laying it off. Wanting it back is Briscoe. Beckford puts it back for Briscoe. Did not move at all. Ball trickled along over the goal line like a leaking faucet. Goal kick taken by Manchester. Not too far. Brought down by White. Central. Turning. Puts a play inside. Looking for Lewis. It will be a free kick to Central. Lewis was fouled. 33 minutes gone inside, or 3 minutes gone inside this matchup. Free kick taken by Central. Chips the play high inside the penalty area over the crossbar. Hits the Burger King sign behind the goal. Showing respect to the sponsors. That was like a high five. 0 on the scoreline. First half action. 5 minutes on the clock. Okay, taken. A nudge there by the striker Smith. Over forward on the right hand side, taken down brilliantly by Briscoe of Central. Back towards opponent's goal. Briscoe turns, puts the play inside the penalty area, but taken away, top of the penalty area. Central still in possession, swings the ball down deep in the attacking third. Dancing in the possession off. Ball swung back inside the penalty area, headed out. It's by Freighter of Manchester. Puts the play wider right. Trying to go forward was Flemings. Stopping distract Smith of Chester. Taken away by the captain himself, Forbes. But a fall by Forbes will be a free kick. This the Central wearing that purple top. 6 minutes gone inside of this matchup. Still a 0 scoreline. Free kick taken. Ball played to right. Number 8 jersey. Chips it forward. Headed up more so than away by Manchester. Another heading coming forward from Graham of Central. Brought down beautifully by White. Turns it back to the last man standing in the form of the number 12. Cleared somewhat. Picked up by Briscoe on the right hand side. Across the face of goal, controlled, and a shot taken wide of the left upright, deflected, will be a corner, so says referee Tommings. But the Vainstone, who wears number 20 jersey, actually now wearing 12. For Central, looking at shorts, the number 20 is there. So I guess there's no 20 for Central, so he just took up a 12. Same with number 14. Haven't seen the number on his shorts just yet, because I don't have a number 14 on my list. I think that is Nelson. I think the number 7 jersey is wearing. The ball floats inside the penalty area and cleared off the line. And it goes the other way. Wow, that was close. So Nathan Nelson was in the number 7 jersey for Central after received the other jersey wearing number 14. The captain falls, overhead kick. Smith could not control. Cleared. Brought down beautifully. This by Nelson. Laying on the possession. Chester trying to build. Oh, turn. What a turn that was. Broken up by Central. Chested down by Graham. Puts it now to the left boot of Lewis. Jerry Lewis is his name, and I'm not making that up. Central having possession in their defensive third. Goalkeeper Robinson brought in the play. Chips it to the right. Right. White, number 10 jersey. Chips it, or plays it on the right to Briscoe. Between two players, he finds right. Right looking for Briscoe. Briscoe controls for Central. He slips, but still in possession. Change in play from right to left. Broken up momentarily by Flemings, but still Central having possession. Chips the play on the left, looking for Nelson, but broken up Lewis. Jerry is his first name for Central. Surrounded by 3 Manchester players as he turns it back to Osborne. Oh, brilliant one touch to White. White turns it on the left. Still Central, they're trying to build. Oh, brilliant move by Flemings. Burst of speed. Oh, went into touch, so says the first assistant. Kishana Robinson, a throw for Central in their half. This is the under-16 semi-finals. Central versus Manchester, sponsored by Burger King under the ISSA banner. Goes the other way. So Manning's leading 1-0 in the under-16 final. They're playing BB Coke in that semi-final part, not final. Chester in possession. Oh, turning beautifully. Now laying on the possession inside of the penalty area. That was Flemings, but to no one in a brown uniform. Chester once again. Freighter controls. Pulls it to the left. Reynolds cuts inside the penalty area. Goes by 1. Goalkeeper is there, doing a little bit too much though. Had Smith to his right, but chose not to go to Smith, tried to go it all alone and lost the handle. It trickled along to goalkeeper Robinson of Central High. Briscoe for Central. Want to give and go, he gets it back on the right. Still Briscoe with the captain of Manchester trailing along. That's Forbes. Here once more, White. White puts it to the left-hand side to the left boot of Nelson. Turns inside his own half, puts it to a brilliant ball to Briscoe. Not the greatest control at all. He pulls it back, but to no one in a purple uniform. Had some time, had some space, but did nothing with it. Clearance by Freighter. Briscoe stopped playing. He was not offside, but he just was walking on the field. Ball chipped inside the penalty area. It's cleared by Chester. Smith, overhead kick one time. Flemings tried to go forward, but left the ball behind. Header on the left. It's broken up. They're giving some space, giving some room to Reynolds of Manchester High. He controls. Receded innocuously. Rolled it to his captain. That's Forbes. Forbes puts the play back on the left-hand side, but behind Reynolds. Had to backpedal. No, he turns. Goes past 1. Still Reynolds. Goes past 2. Are you counting along with me? Still Reynolds inside the penalty area. Tried to roll it across the face of goal, but blocked by the defender. And referee has stopped the play because there's a Central player who is down. Looks like it is right. He's back up on his feet. It is right. Be Central playing. No goal scored just yet in the semi-final. Manning's leading by 1-0. So a BB Cook in the other semi-final. Chested up more so than down by Osborne. Puts the play on the right looking for Briscoe. Broken up. Oh, that was a poor effort in the end of the left boot of Freighter. Chips the play into touch for a throw. He was under no pressure whatsoever. Throw taken to Briscoe. Right. Floats the ball inside the penalty area. The whistle came for what I don't know. The flag did not go up. I looked across to the second assistant, Dyer, but referee, from his advantage, Mr. Tommings, stopped the play and handed Manchester a free kick. My estimation, I would think it was a push inside the penalty area. And launch downfield. No goal scored just yet. Heat bearing down, lots of individuals who are here. Manning's leading by 1-0. Free kick to Manchester. It's Manchester's ball once again. A throw to Manchester High School. Long throw downfield. Headed inside the penalty area. Cleared off the right boot of right. Not the greatest clearance at all. Whoa, that's a long-range effort. That hits with some venom and some power by Captain Forbes. From about 33 yards out, it went over the crossbar, but nevertheless the score is locked at 0-0 between Central and Manchester. This ISSA Burger King on a 16 football semi-final happening at Glenmuir. Forward, looking for Briscoe. Briscoe latches on for Central. He looks up, pulls it back inside the penalty area. One-time effort. Oh, right to the... It goes in! It goes in, goes right through the goalkeeper. Oh, my word. Mr. Walker of Manchester High could not handle that easy shot. Oh, my word. Off the right boot of Graham has opened the proceedings in this semi-final. Poor on the end of Walker, went right through his legs. And they lead by 1-0. I'm talking about Central over Manchester High. This is all about the ISSA Burger King on a 16 semi-final happening at Glenmuir. We're at minute 17 in the first half. Ball sung on the left, broken up by Manchester, controlled by Captain Forbes. An aggression there being shown by Central. Ball still in play. Lewis trying to latch on. All going into touch. A throw to Manchester midway their half. They're trailing by 1. A huge mistake by goalkeeper Walker of Manchester High. In the meantime, the ball lobbed downfield looking for Smith. Smith right between two defenders. Is right at Smith. He lays it off to Flemings. And a shot, but right to the custodian, Mr. Robinson of Central. Header. Briscoe trying to latch on. However, he has won a throw for Central. Throw taken by Wright. Wright regains for Central. Chips it inside the penalty area. Cleared by Captain Forbes. Puts a play to the right. Osborne for Central. Finds the left boot of Lewis. But it's taken away from Lewis. Trying to turn somewhat. Looks to be Reynolds. He loses the handle. But picked up by Vassell. Vassell trying to swing it downfield. Came off his boot, went into touch for a throw. So a throw to Central. And they've given it right back to Manchester High. The gifts are coming. It's almost Christmas. First half action. Shield in the play. White puts a play on the left-hand side. White's get it back for Central. He goes forward. No look pass on the left. But it's broken up by Manchester in the form of Graham. Getting it right back to the dangerous man they call Vassell. Oh, not Vassell, pardon me, White. Central's throw. Ball in the hands of Osborne. Long throw, headed away, not going inside the penalty area, but still, Central is broken up. Manchester coming away with it. This with Mackenzie. Holding out the play at the half line, trying to change the play on the right, but blocked by Beckford. Clear. Beckford controls for Central. Throws around one to Briscoe. Or not to Briscoe, the goal scorer himself. That's Graham. Who falls over. Here once no, it's Briscoe on the right. Chips it inside the penalty area at the back post. Cleared, but onto the chest of Nelson. Turns it back on the left-hand side. Lewis. Turns Lewis and finds back Nelson. Nelson, a shot towards goal, but behind the goal. No direction at all with that right-footed effort. It's a goal kick to Manchester, who trailed by 1. First half action, 21 minutes on the clock, unofficial time. Central finding the dangerous Nelson once again. Holds out the play, turns away for one, scoops it up to Briscoe. Briscoe on the ball to bounce, pulls it back. One-time effort, he misses all up. Went for his second goal. Was Graham. Central back in possession. Looking for Briscoe once again, who pulls away. Line the ball to bounce just ahead of him. His square comes towards goal. It's still upright. Oh my word. That may have gone in, I thought, but it did not. Here's Manchester with Fleming, taken away from Fleming. Ball put back down inside the penalty area, headed down, picked up by Graham. One touch in the form of Lewis. And the captain, Forbes, goes down and wins himself and his team a free kick. It's a free kick to Manchester High. In their defensive third, they trail by 1. Goal scored by Graham. That has been the difference maker in this game so far. Central would take the throw, the ball coming off the thigh of Reynolds. Brilliant move this by Nelson. Taken away. Here comes the captain himself, that's Forbes. Was broken up. On the other end, Graham trying to latch on with goalkeeper to beat. He's advancing and getting the better of the man they call Graham, searching for his second goal, and Central's also second. A good work from goalkeeper Walker, although I thought though that Graham eased off the gas somewhat when he saw the goalkeeper coming, advancing. Wild clearance by Freighter of Manchester. Puts the play into touch for a throw. It was more so to the left of the field though, but that spooned or ballooned off his right boot and went into touch for a throw on the right. Now chipped inside the centre circle, controlled by Graham, who loses the handle. Freighter's first touch. Flemings lays it off. Manchester trying to build, broken up by Central. The captain Force puts it back on the left to Freighter. Goes on the left-hand side and looking for his striker. Twisting and turning is Flemings. Pulls it back across the face of goal, and that is no, it's not. The peeling that it went across the line, and the first assist was there. That shot taken by the striker, Mr. Smith. Deflected off goalkeeper Robinson, hit the crossbar, went down on the ground. From our vantage point, we can't make it out. But the first assistant, she was right there on the line and looking right down. She was in the right position. That's Miss Robinson, and she did not lift her flag. So I'm going with her decision to say it was not a goal. Still a 1-0 lead for Central over Manchester. Well, the second assistant seems like something is wrong with him, as Bavaria Dyer made the signal, the referee, and the fourth official now has become the second assistant. And the second assistant has now taken up the role of the fourth official. Headed towards goal. It's off Smith. Right to the custodian, Mr. Walker. One goal has been the tale so far in this matchup. ISSA Burger King on the 16th semi-final. We told you before it was going to be a combo with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. Forbes has given it away. Here comes Central once again. Graham controls. No look pass on the left, looking for the run of Nelson. Nelson trying to latch on, that he does, and did not latch on properly. Trickled over the goal line for a goal kick. And it's Horace Hamilton, the second assistant now, started off as the fourth official. Goal kick. Header. Back inside the defensive third. Manchester. Nelson for Central, finding the left boot of White. Turns it back inside his own half. Switching play. Shaw controls, looking for Briscoe. Brilliant ball for Briscoe. Briscoe trying to latch on, heading forward. That's Briscoe still fighting for the possession. Shot, and that's the second goal. Brilliant goal by Briscoe, fighting off the defender Freighter to his left and slotting past goalkeeper Walker of Manchester High to double the advantage in this matchup. ISSA Burger King on the 16th semi-final happening at the school they call what? Glenmuir in Clarendon. It's Central 2, Manchester High. Second goal scored, this by Briscoe in minute 26. And Manchester High answer the call. Essen pulls it back. The last man standing in the form of White. White once again has given it away. Briscoe for Central. Wanting a give and go. No look pass by Beckford. Read well by Manchester defence. Broken up. Skipping number one challenge is Beckford. Puts a play on the left. Still has possession, Beckford. Goes forward. Lays it off once again. Finding Nelson. Turning away from Nelson. Oh, brilliant display on the right-hand side. Not realizing it was about half an inch from the touchline as he was dancing. He was dancing outside. Not the greatest play at all in terms of thinking the game by Vassell of Manchester High. Two-0 Central, they lead. The nudge happening there on Lewis. Ball now floated inside the penalty area. Graham is there. So too the goalkeeper, Mr. Walker, for Manchester High, collecting on the bounce. Freighter finding Captain Forbes. Puts the play on the right to Essen. Almost stripped of the possession, but now they have illegal, it says, referee Tommings. This will be Manchester's ball. I'm the word with Graham. Says he's lifted his studs. It's a free kick to Manchester. Some gatherings happening here at Glenmuir. And Moore puts the play on the right, broken up by defender Stone of Central. Lewis being tackled up by Forbes, the captain of Manchester High. They're trying to counter, but standing strong in defence is Stone. Standing like a wall. Here's Graham now for Central. Chips it, looking for Briscoe on the right, but broken up. Who's offside? He's offside. Briscoe is offside. Broken up by Freighter. And he got it back, but the flag went right up by Hamilton, the second assistant. 30 minutes gone inside of this matchup. First half action. It's ISSA Burger King under 16 football semi-finals. Manning's last goal we heard they were leading by 1-0 over BB Coke. Manning's, they won that first game overseas 4-2 on penalties after the scores were locked at 1 apiece at the end of regulation time. So it will be Manning's in that under 14 final, playing against a team you saw here earlier today. Not Clarendon College, but Stets, as they won that matchup by 1-0 over CC, team from Chapperton. Ball floated down, looking for Briscoe once again. Freighter is there. Miss kicks. Briscoe is hanging off as Freighter chips it into touch. A throw to Central. Wright wants to take the throw. He does take the throw. Shaw swings it to the left over the head of Nelson. Nelson recovers, but is cleared by Esson. Right back on the left. Nelson receives the pass from Lewis, who swings the play over the head of Graham. It's cleared. Not the greatest clearance at all by Freighter. And the captain of Manchester seemed like he's in 6 and 7s as Forbes puts it back inside his defensive third. No, Manchester come away with it. Manchester playing to touch for a throw. Was Reed with that run. Controlled beautifully on turn is White. Goes by one, goes by another. Went into his own teammate in Nelson. And who gives it away? First half action in the first game. Stets, they defeated Clarendon College by 1-0 in that under 14 semi-final. By Landila Sports Complex was a 4-2 win in terms of penalties. That told the difference. Ball put forward now, looking for Graham. Graham gets the bell, looking back for Briscoe. Still Graham finding Briscoe on the right. Chips it, going aerial, headed away by the captain Forbes, but a shot taken by Nelson is blocked. Over the boat of Essen and goes into touch for a throw. Central, they've won back the possession on the left. Brilliant throw, looking Graham. Oh, turning beautiful is Graham. Got the better of Forbes. So throw to Central, deflected off a Manchester player. Central, they lead by 2-0. Thrown once again, but the captain is there as Forbes, and he shields the play as it bounces over the goal line for a goal kick. 2-0 is the scoreline. Central, they lead. Can Manchester come back in this fixture? Under 16 semi-final. Central heading back down into Chester's half. Forbes failed to take it down. Here comes Central once more, looking for Briscoe. Briscoe trying to latch on. He does just that. He's taken down. At the edge of the penalty area, first yellow card will be coming out to meet the face of White. White of Manchester High gets that first yellow card of the match as Briscoe was in, went over that challenge. Free kick to Central on the top of the penalty area, just over 3 yards from the line. Wright has the ball in his hand, as Briscoe to his right. Referee Dorian Tommins just taking 10 steps back and telling the three-man wall, built by goalkeeper Walker, to say that, hey, you have to backpedal to where I am. Right 3-1 wall has grown to 4. All right, runs up and slots over the crossbar. And that's a goal kick to Manchester. They trail by 2. 2-0 is the score. Goal scorers so far in this game, Maxwell Graham and Dylan Briscoe. Both have operated well. 35 minutes gone inside this matchup. Half time comes up. Next 5 minutes. Freighter, that's Chester. Forces the ball downfield. The Central's half. Brought down. No look pass on the left. Brilliant pass by White. Looking for the dangerous Nelson. Nelson trying to latch on, but it does not. But I spoke too soon. He's fouled. It's a free kick. The Central. He latched on, eventually turned on the defender who took him down. I have to big up Burger King, sponsors once again. Taste rules your way. And Zakimbo. 2-man wall, bins by goalkeeper. Walker, ball floated inside the penalty and the back post. Oh, running in though for the header was Stone. But he headed, but at the time it had gone past the left upright, the back post, and almost gone outside. Was about 5 yards from where the upright was. Oh, poor goal kick to the chest of Graham. Pulls it down for Central. He's been dragged down by the captain of Manchester. That's Forbes. A free kick awarded to Central. It's about 27 yards out. Looks to be Stone to take this free kick with a 3-1 wall. 3-1 wall doesn't look settled at all. Curl it! Oh, right to the goalkeeper for Manchester, Mr. Walker. Went up high in the 6 yard and collected chest height. Reed. Trying to get the better of White. Recovered for Central, but High Boot has landed a free kick for Manchester High alongside the center circle. They're inside their own half. 38 minutes gone inside the first half. And up by Smith inside the penalty area. Goalkeeper comes, and there's shoulder-to-shoulder happenings there between Reynolds of Manchester High and the defender from Central. And the ball bounced over the goal line, so it's a goal kick to Central. They lead by 2-0. It's ISSA Burger King under 16 football semi-final. The last update we got, Mannings are leading by 1-0 over BB Coke in that under 16 matchup. Briscoe wanted to go down, held his run. Between two players, he has given it away. Won by Manchester's Vassell. Vassell again. Little clip from behind by White. Free kick to Manchester High. Chested down. Trying to turn is Flemings. Ball put into touch. That will be a throw to Manchester High. First half winding down. 2 minutes to complete the first half. You don't see the fourth official said time added on. I hope that the second assistant who started in that position is okay. He's not even sitting at the fourth official's desk. Charlie and Flemings holding up the possession for Manchester. Ball towed into touch, a throw. Another throw deeper in the half of Central. So one time will be added on to complete this matchup, or the first half, I should say. Now Foster of Manchester lobs the ball high, but doesn't go anywhere. And a nudge in the back by Smith onto Stone, seen by referee Tommings. So we're going to play 1 minute of time to be added on. Free kick taken quickly. Ball floated down, looking for Briscoe once again. On the right, who has been a menace to the Manchester society. Oh, he's been held back by Mackenzie, and a free kick awarded to Central alongside the penalty area. We are in time added on. We told you before, at least 1 minute of time to be added on to close out the first half. Beckford will take the free kick. Searching for their third goal, Central. Was Song, back post, header out, cleared off the right boot of Essen. Will be picked up by Reynolds, who falls over. He's fouled. Will be a free kick to Manchester, midway of their half. Thrown, be picked up by Graham. Graham of Central, trying to get the better of Freighter, deflected off the body of Freighter, but that brings the end of the first half. Referee Tommings bring a closure 2-0. Central, they lead. Goals from Graham and goals from Briscoe has told the tale in the first half over Manchester High. It's a Burger King under 16 semi-final. We'll be back with second half action. The referees are coming back on the field, led by Dorian Tommings, Kishana Robinson to his right, and Horace Hamilton to his left. And the teams, as they're formally done with their huddles, respective corners, Central, they're leading by 2-0 in this ISSA Burger King on a 16 semi-final action. Combat deal, you may say, happening in Dilo and at Glenmuir. Long break here. And it's on the 16 semi-finals. So Central having a 2-goal, not cushion just yet. I would say 2-goal pillow, not cushion. The start of the on the 16 second half semi-final action. Graham stands over the possession. To the left, Nelson. Jerry Lewis also there, wearing the number 16 jersey. Second half getting on the way. Oh, Manchester, almost a steal though. Clearance from Stone. Lewis trying to win the possession, however, was not quick enough. Manchester, they have possession through Freighter. Puts the play, almost a steal. Last man standing, one touch from White. Received a yellow card in the first half. And once again is a Chester through Reynolds. Reynolds loses the handle. And it came off the right boot of Flemings. So throw. The Central. The back heel to Graham. Give and go. Graham is looking for the run on the right hand side. He has won it back for Central. Turned away from Forbes, who pulled him down. Free kick. Taken by Stone inside the penalty area. Cleared. No, the man they called Briscoe. It's taken away, but one back by Central, floating inside the penalty area. One-time effort. This from Graham. Tried to curl it in, or curl it around, wrap it around, I should say. The ball is played behind him and tried to wrap it in front. Wrapping that's foiled off. And it's a goal kick to Manchester. They trail by 2. Central, they lead by 2-0. Graham watching as Nelson. There's going to be a card coming out. A yellow card to Nelson. He played the ball after the whistle was blown. Second yellow card of the match. One going to Janelle White, the other going to Ethel Nelson. Header from Stone. Goalkeeper advancing at the top of the penalty area. That's Robinson of Central. Goes down the set of the play as they lead by 2-0. Start of the second half though. 42 minutes on the clock. It's going to throw to Manchester High. On the left. Long throw inside the penalty area. Cleared. Header out. Controlled by Reynolds, who gives it away. Standing strong though is Beckford, number 11 jersey for Central. Puts it in the half of Manchester, but to no one in the purple shirt. Forbes. Give and go with Forbes. Forbes allowing the ball to go into the path of Vassell. But he has given it away. That's a wild effort there off the left boot of Freighter. Gives Central a throw. Falls the clearance under the boot of Graham. Here a poor header from Stone. Heads it back inside his defensive third. Picked up by Osborne. Pulls it back to Stone. Launch it to the right. Still inside his own half. Over the head of Beckford. Cleared by Freighter of Manchester. It's a throw to Central. Inside their own half. A lead by 2-0. Not necessarily a fun-filled second half so far in this matchup. We saw a lot of excitement in the first. It has died down somewhat. You expect better action. Because a do-or-die contest. He will advance through to the final. Hopefully we can get an update in that game at Landilo. Manchester trying to build somewhat. But Central won back the possession only momentarily. Bit of strength by Reynolds. Lays off the possession. There's to Esson. Pulls it back to no one in the brown uniform. But Esson won it back. Reynolds on the right. Being ushered away from his opponent's goal. The cross comes on the bounce right to the custodian Robinson of Central. Who launches inside the center circle. Headed down to Forbes. Esson. Vassell chips it to Forbes. Forbes chips it inside the penalty area. And the goalkeeper does dwindling down. And my good friend was... someone asked me how the first goal scored by Graham. Goalkeeper made an oops. Easy ball went right through his legs. Chip in right to Jerry Lewis. Jerry Lewis swings the play on the right hand side to Briscoe. Briscoe tried to cut inside, deflected off the Manchester player. Should be a corner. So says the first assistant. That's Miss Robinson. It's a corner. Chipped inside the penalty area, right to the near post, gathered by goalkeeper Robinson. Or should I say goalkeeper Walker. Headed to the left. Finding Osborne, stripped of the possession. Reynolds trying to go forward, broken up by Central once again. Back in the half of Central. Flemings looking to latch on, and a shielded play before he had the ball seen by referee Tummings. Free kick handed to Central for the poor effort by Flemings. Stone to take the free kick for Central. They lead by 2-0. One-time effort this from Nelson. Deflected off captain Forbes. Goes right to his custodian, Walker. Graham. Foul. Committed by White, jumping into his opponent's back. Right in front of referee Tummings. Sung on the left, looking for Flemings, trying to latch on. He does just that, but he falls over. Is towed away from his grasp to Jerry Lewis. Puts the play on the right. Beckford Puts it forward. Briscoe controls. Been harassed somewhat by Forbes. The captain of Manchester towed it into touch for a throw. Again, Forbes puts it into touch. Again, it will be a central throw. 49 minutes gone inside of this matchup. Central having possession. Also on the right, try to force it wider right though. Not the greatest pass from Antoine Wright. Wayward looking for Briscoe. Forbes for Manchester puts it looking for Flemings. Stone is there in defense. Flemings get the better Stone inside the penalty area. Burst of speed by Flemings and a slight tackle. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. Jordan Flemings taken down from behind. And he got the ball, but also got the man. Poor tackle in the end. And a penalty awarded to Manchester. They are trailing by 2. And a huge chance to cut the deficit in half. Poor tackle that was from Devon Shaw of Central. Reynolds went up against goalkeeper Robinson. Robinson dancing on the line, chipping it down the line, and while goalkeeper Robinson was dancing and shifting to his left, Reynolds hit it to the right to cut the deficit in half. 2-1 is the scoreline. This is ISSA Burger King on a 16th semi-final. We are in minute 51. The first goal to Manchester going to Shamon Reynolds in minute 51. So we have a game on our hands. Graham swings it back to Beckford. Lewis goes by one, broken up. Manchester now having some oomph. Puts the play inside the penalty area, cleared, but not too far to the man they call Reynolds. Broken up momentarily. Vassell gives it away. It's a central throw on the right. Seems like they have left their game at the halftime break, Central. Graham on the right, towed into touch of the left boot of Vassell. A throw again to Central. The Manchester bench waking up. Plays down but getting up. Referee Tommings saw the player falling awkwardly and just lying down. Then after the whistle was blown, he just got up. Manchester's ball. Turning beautifully. Smith broken up. No look pass inside the center circle. Here now into the body of Jordan Flemings, who becomes the madman. Here's Manchester trying to build somewhat. Chips a play forward, looking for Smith inside the penalty area. But goalkeeper Robinson of Central breaking up the attack from Manchester. Headed by Freighter. Into touch. Not communicating at all with his teammates. As Mackenzie having a word with him to say, "Oh, communicate, talk to me." What's happening? Briscoe for Central on the right, goes by one. Burst of speed by Briscoe. Tackling but not stopping everyone. Beckford picks it up and runs out of real estate. A throw to Manchester. In possession. Practice someone looking for Smith. But Stone gets the better of Smith. Reynolds for Manchester. Trying to force the ball downfield. Player for Manchester down. And the ball put on the left-hand side, looking for Troyden Flemings. He's offside. But into touch for a throw. And the player that's holding his left thigh. That was like Smith. Was a tall individual. 54 minutes gone inside this matchup. A 2-1 lead. Central they have over Manchester High. ISSA Burger King on the 16 semi-final. And I told you before, we'll get an update in that match. The central ball. It's a throw to Central on the right. Trying to bring the ball down. Central loses the handle, loses the pot. It's turned away, but right back. Central having possession. They threw Osborne. Puts the play inside the penalty area. Cleared. Met with some applause, but not too far. Graham, surrounded by three players, chipping the ball, looking for Briscoe. Over the head of Briscoe. Briscoe recovers well. A back heel by Briscoe, but to no one, no communication at all. But Beckford picks it up for Central. Chips it to the left boot of White. White, chipping over the head of the man they call Smith. That they call it a pile. That's beautiful. The play continues. Central still leading by 1. Broken up by Stone. Manchester having possession. 1. Here comes now Briscoe of Central. Puts it inside and taken away. Brilliantly done by the defender, Essen. Will be a free kick to Manchester. They're fighting 2-0. They're leading, or they're trailing, pardon me, by 2-1. "56 minutes gone inside this matchup. Here comes Central once again. Beckford chips it forward on the right-hand side. Broken up. Chester with Forbes. Put to the play. Looking for the speedy man they call Flemings. Overhit. But goalkeeper Robinson of Central was there, marshalling his penalty area. Well, no paw on that kick though. Nelson for Central. Swings the play on the right-hand side. Brilliant ball to Briscoe. He's onside. But couldn't bring the ball under control. And it's cleared by the defense of Manchester. Offside, the Flemings. Offloaded down to the head of Graham. Headed down, headed to Briscoe, but it's taken away. Going forward once again is Reynolds. Now looking for Smith. Smith goes forward for Manchester. Lines up, takes a shot. No paw on it whatsoever. On to find goalkeeper Robinson moving well inside his penalty area. Reynolds. That's Beckford, pardon me. There's a nudge there from Briscoe right in front of referee Tommings. Free kick. And taken by Captain Forbes of Manchester. Central, they're leading by 2-1. Chips the play inside the penalty area. Header up, but not away. Overhead kick. That's a high header. This from Nelson. Manchester having possession. Turning beautifully was Vassell. Puts the place to Esson. Turning again. Now the greatest turn by Reynolds. He has won it back. Essen shifts the play inside the penalty area. Here is Central. Now to Graham. Graham turns away from one. Brilliant, they're done. But he almost left the ball behind. He's tackled by Reynolds and a foul by Reynolds. Free kick to Central. The 2-1 lead. Manchester making their first change. Smith being taken out. Their striker have not been striking whatsoever. Number 15 being brought in. We're going to tell you his name in a very short while. So Manning's advancing to 2 finals. They defeated BB Coke by 4-1 in that semi-final. This semi-final going on started a wee bit late, half an hour late. Central winning possession. Going forward is Nelson. And a tackle. Now is Briscoe. Briscoe shot onto the right upright. Goes outside for a goal kick. Thank you, Paul Reed. So Manning's winning by 4-1. And Dilo over BB Coke. Ball swung right down by Beckford. Broken up by Manchester. Stone clears into touch for a throw. Throw taken. The push there, not seen by referee Tummings. And the push by Reynolds. Manchester having possession on the left. Mackenzie loses the handle. And throw to Central. Here now, Briscoe pulls it back to Lewis. Lewis puts it on the left-hand side. It's a Nelson. Nelson trying to chip it on the right, but it's deflected away by Essen. Manchester back in possession. Swings the play on the left. For the man who just came on in number 15 jersey. Was into touch for a throw. That looks to be Brandon Brown. Number 15 jersey. Goalkeeper Robinson of Central just relaxing. He says he has it all covered. However, the score still reads 2-1. Not a done deal just yet. Six to 1 minutes gone inside this matchup. Throw taken. Briscoe puts the play to Graham. Graham tried to chip it inside. Was not successful, but giving it back right to Central. They've lost the handle somewhat. And Beckford coming in with a heavy tackle, deflected off his right boot into touch for throw. Right, heading into touch. Another throw for Manchester on the left. They're going deeper in the half of Central. Have to big up our sponsors, Burger King once again. And you have to understand why the game started late. They could not play in another jersey or so than one marked Burger King. And you see the emblem at the front of their jersey. Huge Burger King. Sponsoring of the rural and urban under 14 and under 16 football competitions. Great work, Burger King. Forbes, back heel. Great work from Forbes, the captain of Manchester. And hobbling somewhat. This will be right. I don't know if he was playing around. I think he was. Acting like he was injured. Forbes broken up by Central. Manchester trying to get things under control. Back on the left. Broken up. Beckford puts it forward, looking for Briscoe of Central. Briscoe goes forward, pulls it back. Back to Graham. Graham shot across the face of goal. Still in play though. No, it went over the goal line, so says the first assistant. That's Miss Robinson. It's a goal kick to Manchester. They trailed by 1. As Central leading by 2-1. Ball put inside to Brown. Brown trying to force the play to Flemings. Broken up by Wright. Briscoe trying to look for Jerry Lewis. Here comes Manchester. Puts the play on the right-hand side. It's to introduce Reed. Give and go somewhat. A shot towards goal off the right boot of the goal scorer Reynolds. Dried it wide across the face of goal. Went about 4 yards from the right upright. It's a goal kick to Central as they lead by 2-1. Yellow card is coming out. I don't know who will get the yellow card though. Did not see the incident. The referee, Dorian Tummings, is writing down the yellow card, the name on the right yellow card. If he showed someone, I missed it. And the player who was down was right. Goal kick to Central. Stone back inside his penalty area. Shaw launching upfield in the half of Manchester High. Captain Forbes wrapped it around. Chested away. That's Reed. Back inside to the goal scorer Reynolds. Puts it forward, headed away by defender Stone, but right to Forbes, the captain, taking a long-range effort. Saw the goalkeeper was off his line. Intention was good. Execution needed work. Central leading by 2-1. Beckford controls beautifully, but it actually went into touch. That was a poor pass to Beckford. First assistant, Miss Robinson, saw it went across the line, lifted her flag, and alerted the referee Tummings. Looking for Flemings, but Stone is there in defense for Central. A big man is Stone. Going to be a throw. The Central deflected. Off Jordan Flemings. Throw to Beckford. Changed it from right to left. In possession. Taken away by Reynolds. Forbes. Brilliant pass by Forbes. First touch. Not the greatest at all by Brown. But here comes Central. Trying to go forward. But missed control on one end. And standing strong on another is Osborne. Osborne being fouled, being harassed, being pushed by Reed, seen by the second assistant, Mr. Hamilton. Free kick. Controlled overhead kick. by Nelson. Inside the penalty area, Beckford controls, he turns. Surrounded by 3 Manchester players. Finding Briscoe. Goes forward. Turns it back to Beckford. He goes by 1. Lays off the possession. This to White. Puts inside the penalty area. Looking for Graham. But broken up by Esson in defence for Manchester. Cleared by Manchester. They trail by 2 goals to 1. Not a greatest clearance at all. This by Antoine Wright. The player down for Central. Signal made to the bench. He's holding his head. Looks to be White. Or Wright, pardon me. Down for the second time. The last 5 minutes. And it will be Manchester's corner on the left. Curl inside the penalty area, goes across the face of goal. Whistle coming. Foul committed. It's going to be a free kick to Central. Foul committed by Freighter inside the penalty area. Taken quickly to Briscoe, who has switched wings. Now operating from the left-hand side. Being harassed somewhat by Fours. A back heel. Brilliantly done. This to Osborne. Goes inside. Failure to control is Lewis. He wins back possession for Central. Graham controls, towed away. Manchester seem like they're not happy with the ball, so they gave it back to Central. Beckford puts it back inside his own half to Wright. Central, they're giving it away. And the handball, so free kick to Central. Scrappy play going on last couple of minutes in this semi-final. 70 minutes gone inside this matchup, 10 minutes to go. If the scoreline stays like this, it will be Central advancing through to the final to face Mannings, who destroyed BB Coke by 4 goals to 1 in that semi-final at Landila Sports Complex. Wicket taken quickly. Side the penalty area, header out. Push from behind, there will be a free kick to Central. Briscoe falling on the ground with a push from Brown. Free kick taken quickly, but not to anyone in a purple shirt. So referee Tubbins says he's having none of it. He uses elbow to push off the player. That's Brown committing a second foul in the last minute. So 2 fouls for Brown. 2 free kicks for Central. They're still in the half. And White feeling the blunt of that foul. 72 minutes gone inside this matchup. All on the ground, blocked by Manchester. Controlled beautifully. One chipped inside. Give and go. Working well with Osborne. Osborne holds it up for Central, pulls it back to Stone. Stone fires it, but it's blocked. Here comes Manchester now trying to build from their half. Reynolds puts the play on the left-hand side. Brilliant ball that was to find Reed. Reed turns, holds up the play for Manchester. Lays it off, finding the right boot of Vassell. Vassell pulls it back, wanted it back, Vassell. Watch it fall inside the penalty area. And the goalkeeper just waited on the bounce. Jordan Flemings was advancing, but needed more speed to reach that possession. 74 minutes gone inside this matchup. Still a 2-1 scoreline. Central their lead over Manchester. Beckford. Deflected. Right is there. You take the throw for Central. That's right. Brilliant control that was from Vassell. of Manchester. Where's the number 10? Taken away by Briscoe. But trying to do a bit too much, Briscoe, for Central. Another throw. Pass is not working well for both teams in this half, or this last 10 minutes. 10 to 15. Throw taken. Here comes Manchester in the form of Reynolds. Puts the play forward, looking. Oh, the goalkeeper almost beaten. All ends up. And the goalkeeper is holding his hands. Looking for Troyden Flemings, though, advancing to the ball. And referee is making a signal to the central bench for the custodian, Mr. Robinson, to have his right arm to look on. Troyden Flemings was almost through, but could not get a hold on that, though. But that was a brilliant ball put inside for Flemings. 75 minutes gone inside this matchup, an 80-minute game. It's a free kick. To Central inside their penalty area. Free kick taken. On the head of Briscoe. It bounces into touch. A throw to Manchester. Action has died down somewhat. Forbes turns it back. Almost gave it away, Forbes. Cleared again. Right to Beckford, who launched it downfield. Esson is there for Manchester. Right to the half line. Ball put back on the left. Nelson. Oh, brilliant control, and a shot wide of the left upright. Briscoe, now realizing where he was all alone at the top of the penalty area, could have advanced, and he did not look at all, just turned and fired wide off the left upright. Manchester making another change. So, Brown, who was brought in as a substitute in the second half, has been substituted. The substitute has been substituted. Wow. Because Manchester now inside the penalty area. Troyden Flemings and towards goal. And it goes wide. Oh my word, I can't believe it. Troyden Flemings pulled wide of the goalkeeper, Robinson, pardon me. And he pulled it wide of the right upright. I thought it was going in. That would have been 2-2. He missed a glorious opportunity to level proceedings for Manchester. Corner comes, clears. Right back on the left. Ball flew inside the penalty area, headed. Turning beautifully. It's Freighter. Shot towards goal, into the back of the net. Oh my word, it is Simone Reynolds again. This for Manchester, leveling proceedings in this matchup. It's a Burger King Under 16 semi-final. It's Central 2, but Manchester 2 with a stunner from Simone Reynolds. Oh my word, it's drama unfolding here at Glenmuir High. Was scored in minute 79. A double. Goalkeeper Robinson was beaten all out, ends up So if the scoreline stays like this, it's penalties to decide the winner. King launching upfield. Picked up Manchester in possession on the left. Almost gave it away though. Forbes, the captain, chipping the play forward. Broke it up. On the greatest control. And it will be Central's throw just in front of the fourth official's desk. We're in the 80th minute of action. Don't know how much time will be added on. Here now is Manchester, puts the play forward. Looking for Flemings. It puts the play into touch for a throw.
Alex, come here.
It's a throw to Manchester. Almost approaching time added on. 3 minutes of time to be added on will be shown by the fourth official, Mr. Dyer. Long throw inside the penalty area, headed out by Stone. And forward. Stone again stands strong in the defense for Central. What's the play into touch for a throw? A throw to Manchester High. Ball put forward. Here is now Flemings. Lines up. Takes a shot. Drags it wide of the right upright. He dressed it. He dressed it. He dressed it. It was well dressed. But was not well taken. Three minutes of time to be added on. Briscoe on the right hand side. Cleared. Beckford puts the play into touch. Will be a throw for Manchester High. Ludwig Collins is the man who came on. Can throw to Central. Into touch again for a throw. Throw taken to the chest of the captain himself, Mr. Forbes. Cleared, and the greatest clearance at all will be picked up by Nelson. Finding Graham. Graham trying to turn. Doing a bit too much. Forbes again. Puts the play on the right. Essen picks it up for Manchester. It goes forward. Puts it on the right. Flemings been eased off by Stone. Pulls it back. But not too far. Essen is there. Brings it down. Lays it off. The Forbes. Forbes rolls it to his right. But gives it away. Nelson for Central. One touch. And forward. Graham chips it to Briscoe. Back inside. But poor. However, it rolls to Nelson. Bit fortunate with that pass. Manchester in possession. Puts the ball looking for Flemings once again. Goalkeeper moves to inside the penalty area. Stops the attack of Manchester. We're in time added on. 3 minutes of time to close out this matchup for penalties. Remember, it was a 2-0 scoreline at half-time. Central, they were leading. They have not looked the same team in the second half. Individual play, that's what they're utilizing. Goalkeeper is there. That was too direct. We're looking for the run of Collins. So the 2-2 scoreline in the regulation. No extra time. So we're down to penalties to decide the winner, who would advance to meet Mannings in the final. A reminder, Mannings, they destroyed BB Coat by 4-1. And they also advanced 4-2 on penalties when they defeated Racines in the under-14 semi-final. The Mannings will have two teams in the under-14, under-16 under the Burger King umbrella. So we're down to penalties to decide the winner of this semi-final. We had one penalties already, not here, over by Landilo in the under-14 semi-final. It featured Raciz and Mannings. Mannings winning 4-2, advancing through to the under-14 final where they will face Stets. So let's see what will happen. Casual Friday it is. Will it be Manchester? Would it be Central? And the captain of Manchester, he will take the first penalty. That's Jekyll Forbes. Up against the goalkeeper, Robinson of Central. So the referee just having a word with the goalkeeper, Robinson, telling him not to come off the line. You can have 1 foot on the line. That's permitted. As Forbes will take the free kick, the first penalty, pardon me, for Manchester. Referee Tummings blows his whistle, runs up and slots to the right while the goalkeeper, Robinson, went to the left. 1-0 in penalties. Scored by the captain, Mr. Forbes. Beckford take the penalty for Central. Looks a little bit casual though. Up against the goalkeeper, Walker of Manchester High. Spreading like an eagle. Referee Tummings blows the whistle. Beckford runs up. Slots under the arms, who chose the right way of Walker. 1-1. So Manchester with Jordan Flemings to take the second penalty. At the end of regulation, it was 2-2. Flemings will spot the ball. Runs up and slots to the left. Brilliantly done. 2-1 Manchester, they lead. It's going to be Nelson to take the penalty. For Central. Runs up and slots to the right. Goalkeeper choosing the right way, but can't stop that shot or that penalty from Nelson. 2-2 is the score at the end of regulation, and 2-2 is the score in penalties. Seems like we're going to be here for the entire night. Two is the scoreline. Michael Reed to take the penalty. His father's HOD. Referee Tommings blows a whistle. He slots. Oh, that was brilliantly done. That could not be saved by any goalkeeper in the world. In the roof of the net by Michael Reed. 3-2, Manchester they lead. Briscoe comes up. The next to take the penalty for Central. Try to level proceedings. Goalkeeper Walker backpedals to his spot or to the line. Referee Tommings looks on. Briscoe looks confident. Runs up and slots to the left of the custodian who looked like a pedestrian. 3-3. Mackenzie to take the next penalty for Manchester up against goalkeeper Robinson of Central. Referee Tommings looks on. We have not seen a miss just yet. All three that have been taken by either team have scored. Mackenzie runs up and slots to the left, hitting the goalkeeper's outstretched left arm, but still going in. And then mocking him after that. Mackenzie scores. Jaleel Mackenzie 4-3. Graham is next to take the penalty for Central. He slots home. Goalkeeper Walker had no chance whatsoever. Brilliantly done by Graham. 4-4 is the score. Reynolds, who scored for the penalty spot earlier on, from open play, he can score again in the penalty. 4 apiece in penalty shootout. Referee Toffins blows. Runs up and slots home. I don't know why they have to say that to the goalkeeper, though, to be honest. You score, go away. Just leave. 5-4 is the score. For Reynolds, for Central. Shaw to take the penalty. Did not have much touch in the games, though, or this game. So it must be a specialist penalty kicker. Was hardly in the game. Shaw for Central. Up against goalkeeper Walker of Manchester High. Referee Tommins blows the whistle. He runs up and slots to the right of the goalkeeper. Chose the right way for the third time. But under his grasp, it's a 5-5. We're down to sudden death. White to take the penalty for Manchester. Up against goalkeeper Robinson of Central. 5-5, they're down to sudden death. White shifts to the left. Runs up and so over the crossbar. And why they're running on? Why are they running on? They have not won just yet. They have to score. They have to score. They have to score first. It's sudden death. So who will take the next penalty for them? So is it going to be who will take the penalty? If it scores, they win. We haven't seen the next taker just yet. And it's going to be Antoine Wright. Can he make it right for Central? Pre-celebration. We have rattled right. Let's see, can he deliver with the pressure on? If he scores, Central advances to the final to meet Mannings. If he misses, we continue the penalties. Right up against goalkeeper Walker. He blows the whistle. Right runs up. Assad over the crossbar! Over the crossbar! So we're still in penalties. So we'll be Manchester again. Wow. Told you before, it was drama unfolding. One followed the other. Celebration happened. Collins, a substitute. He would take the penalty for Manchester. 5-5, we're in sudden death. Since sudden death has started, no penalty has scored. Collins wants to change the fate for Manchester. Runs up. And it's saved. It's saved. Brilliant save by goalkeeper Robinson of Central. Now who will take the next penalty for Central? It's going to be White. The Warren White of Central. He can seal the deal for his team. The captain of Central. ISSA Burger King on the 16th semi-final. Sun Death telling the tale. Hands akimbo from White. Referee Tommings blows the whistle. He runs up and slot to the left. Central, they have booked their spot in the final of the ISSA Burger King Under 16 semi-final matchup, or should I say competition, defeating the team from Manchester High 6-5 on penalties. After a 2-2 scoreline in regulation time, they will meet the team from the West, Mannings, in this Under 16 final next week. On behalf of the entire team, we say you goodbye, bid you farewell until next week.